Fashionably late. Is anybody saying that we fashionably late? Let me see. Yeah, we here, man. Polo. Fashionably late again. Oh, we live. I'm sorry about that. We live. We ghetto. We good. We all about that ghetto-ness, that ghetto fabulous life. So what's going on, everybody? If y'all can hear us, say hey. If y'all can hear us, say ho.
Oh, man.
Man, how's it going, man? We are tuning in again. And today's topic is 4 biggest problems blended families face.
Well,
and that was a motorcycle in the background. So, man, yeah, 4 biggest problems blended families face. And Mills, man, what do you think, man? What do you think before we start off with this topic, man? I mean, what do you think is one of the biggest problems? I mean, we're not going to be. There's no right answer or wrong answer to this, but we just want to put it out there and see exactly what y'all think. But anyway, Mills, what do you think about this, man?
Well, I'm definitely gonna say what's up to everybody.
What up? What
it do,
Mr. Rammy?
Yeah.
Give it to them, Rammy.
I apologize. Right now, it's hard for me to see because I ain't got my glasses on.
He blind like a motherfucker.
I'm so tired, but I'm here today, and I'm gonna try to give y'all some real live performance tonight.
That's right.
What I mean? It's going down.
Going down and to get up. But yeah, man, if you guys can hear us really good, let us know. If the music is too loud in the background, also let us know. All right. We just want to keep it real. We want to keep it 100. And if you are an aspiring YouTube creator, go ahead and hit up TubeBuddy. Our link is down there, and it's also in the description. So if you click on that, you can go ahead and sign up for a TubeBuddy account. So we're just putting it a little bit out there. We put some information out there for you guys. So yeah, how's it going, Stacey Anderson? How you doing today? My voice is still a little bit of raspy. Trying to get over this whatever the heck they got going on here in Florida. Florida's got these strange illnesses that pop up. So just trying to keep
Heather?
What's up? Heather's up in there too.
Jeannie?
Oh shoot!
Stacy, what up?
Word is born. But yeah, man, we talking about 4 biggest problems blended families face.
Okay. I can give you one.
What is it? I'll let you start this off, man.
Number 1 problem.
What is it?
With blended family face. And when we say by blended family, we talking about coming into a relationship where your significant other have, kids, and you're going into that relationship, because you care about that person and you love that person and you try to make it work out. So that's what we mean by what kind of problems people face when they're coming into family that's blended in. And the number 1 problem to me is respect.
You know what I mean? RESPECT. What that really means to. Go ahead and flag me now, YouTube. Y'all ain't gonna do shit because I'm RESPECT.
Respect.
They ain't flagging that. That's all off.
Yeah,
that's right. Respect, man.
Respect, man.
Give me an example, man. What do you think, man? Like respect, because we was talking about Kodak Black the other day, and you was telling me about respect. So I wanna know what you think about what is it with respect?
What respect is, you have to have respect for you gotta have respect for everybody. That's what they say. You gotta have respect for everybody. But respect is sometimes it's not. People don't give respect. You know what I mean? They feel like, okay, I don't deal with that person. I don't know that person, so why should I respect that person?
Right.
You know what I mean? They could probably look at you because something you have or something you don't have, right, and they don't respect you for that, or they don't respect you. They don't respect you because you got tattoos or whatever.
Yeah. But give me an example, like you say, like family wise. We're just kind of let's keep it like internal. Like we know people, respect, is.
But with respect is
internally. Like, okay, let me ask you this: you have, your relationship, and your significant other has 2 daughters.
Yeah.
So, when you say respect, like, what are some of the things that you was, brought up? When you was brought up, your mom and your dad brought you up and everything, and now you're in a relationship, and I want to get, so we can give the people out there.
Well, I'm old fashioned.
Let's
My
give it to them. Give it to them.
You know what I mean? And as far as respect thing, you know what I mean?
That's right.
All that what? You know what I mean? Huh? You know what I mean? Back then,
take your ass out the room and come downstairs and hear what I'm saying.
That, man. They wasn't playing that shit, man. You tell your mom, huh?
What?
It's like yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, because you know we from the dirty south,
the old school,
you know. And it's all about respect. You got to have respect when it comes to talking to your elders. You know what I mean,
right.
And sometimes, well, we in the new millennium, and these kids right here today they don't have that. You know what I mean,
right?
And it's not necessarily is their fault. It's because sometimes their parents, their mom, single moms that's out there, you know what I mean? Not saying that y'all doing a bad job, but I know it's tough where you have to juggle from working to trying to take care of your kids and make sure they do the right thing and have respect, manners. You know what I mean? It's hard to do that type of stuff, and especially when you're doing it by yourself. And if you have a girl, you know what I mean, you definitely gonna need a father figure in her life to be able to control her, to know hey, this is what it is this how it's going to go, because sometimes girls, they'll try to take advantage of their moms.
That's true, and I agree with you. I mean, the biggest, I'll tell you this, because I'm part of a blended family as well as Mills, and the biggest problem that I face in the relationship that I'm in with my wife is it's like, do it. I mean, my kids, I have my biological children, and my wife also has children from another marriage. So some of the things that I think when I say to do it, it shouldn't be even a question to do it. Should automatically get up and just do it. It shouldn't be like, why I don't feel like doing it, and so forth. So that's a little bit of the frustration. But that's what, I guess, if you want to really look at that, that's not really a good example, because that's what any kids nowadays. My wife even has problems telling her kids, her son and daughter, to get up and do certain things. They don't listen right off the cut. But it's just, I guess, like I said, Mill said, when you come from a different upbringing, it's harder to kind of make that adjustment. You know what I'm saying?
But see, sometimes you have to install that fear in your kids. You know what I mean? And let them know that what you say is golden. You know what I mean? You gotta let them know, hey, shit stank. So when you go in the bathroom and you use the bathroom and you do number 2, you ain't gonna let it sit up in there. You gonna flush that sucker because it stank. You know what I mean? Sometimes these kids gotta realize that, hey man, the things that they doing is not roses.
You see what Wes said? He said, bring back the spankings.
The first thing they gonna holler
bring
about
it back.
is, oh, 911. I'm gonna call 911. I'm getting abused. Man, you better sit your ass down. I mean, hey, listen, if I'm going out here to work and bring money to the house to make sure I take care of you, feed you, and clothe you, and the least you can do is show respect to your adults. If somebody tell you to do something as a kid, as a child, you're supposed to do that.
That's
especially
right.
You're not 4, you're not 2, you're not 3. You know what I mean? We talking about people that's hitting the teens, that's going about to be 13 and 14, them type age right there. That's where you have plenty of sense. You got 8 and 9 years olds out there that know total respect.
Right.
Yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know what I mean? You tell them to do something, they go do it. I'm not saying all kids are the same. They're going to be different. But at the end of the day, you want to install respect into them. Because guess what? This world is crazy. Because the same way they act at home, best believe they act like that out there in the streets.
And Jenny, I agree with that. I mean, hey, really, telling a child to clean up a room and, whatever. I mean, I agree with it. Children in general just don't listen to anybody, And once we get that once we get our mind wrapped around that, we can find other ways to make them listen. So, I mean, as far as, with the blended families, there's a lot of different things that come up in a blended family that cause a tremendous amount of issues. So, like I said, kids just generally nowadays just don't listen, and they want to do their own thing, So there's definitely room to make some adjustments.
Yeah.
And for the step parent, discipline can be a challenge. I mean, those kids that are not your biological children know that they have an upper hand, and they know that if anything goes down and you put your hand on them, hey, they got 911. They could go ahead and DCF or DVSC or VH1 or whatever the heck it is called. You know what I'm saying? DSC. So you can get hemmed up real quick if it has in a hurry. See, that's another thing. These kids nowadays know too much about the law.
Yeah.
And they will definitely use it on you.
Definitely will. And guess what? By all means, you want to call them people, call them. And you're going to leave with the same clothes on your back. You know what I mean? Don't even look back for nothing else. Because everything that's in the house that we bought you together, you know what I mean? See, when you have like a stepdad that comes in a family, a blended family, and he take your child as one of his,
right,
and do whatever he can to provide and take care of them and make sure they're all right.
Right.
These have the decency to have respect for that man, because he don't have to do that. Because at the end of the day, he's only there for your mom.
Exactly.
But he decided to put you in his life and treat you as his own. Right. Now you got some people out there. You got real fathers that don't give two shits about their kid.
Exactly.
And you have another man that takes that father role and want to be there for the kids, but that kids want to turn around and spit in their face and disrespect them. And
man, I agree with that. I mean, and that's the thing, and that has a lot. There's a lot of other factors that play into why the kids are doing that. Some kids become introverts. They just kind of go into themselves, go into their own little world. Other kids act out in anger and violence, and they don't know any other way to handle the pressures they face in their lap, and they have to deal with it. So kids deal with it in different ways,
But why shit on somebody that treats you so good to the point where he just don't want to do nothing for you no more?
Well, I don't think it's so much all that. I mean, it definitely. We have to look at the underlying reason, and a lot of it has to do with the emotional setback that they experience, because some of these kids are affected. As a child gets older, I think it's a little bit easier to deal with. Like when they get to 16, 17, and their parents just say split up from there, I think it's a little bit easier to deal with, because they have an understanding, they have that knowledge base to understand, okay, things don't work out, people have issues, and sometimes two people just can't be together, you know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is, that's just how it is. I mean, there's a lot of factors that come into it. Like me and you coming into the relationship, our kids are acting out a certain way, or our significant others' kids are acting out a certain way. We want them to listen, I'm the adult, you do as I say, not as I do. But at the same time, you got to look at it, they have a lot of things going on in their minds that they haven't recovered from the parents divorcing or separating or whatever,
Yeah.
And there you go, Stacey. Exactly. That's another thing. Look what she said, man. But you also have one parent talking in the child's ear in most situations, and that's true. Because usually when parents break up, when two adults break up and have kids, one parent is going to be biased towards the next. So biased in saying that they may have not so much good things to say about the other person. Yeah. And they may, it's his fault or her fault that the divorce happened and so forth. So
what's up, Isaac?
What up, Isaac?
I see you, boy. I see you.
What's up, Isaac Hayes?
But yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that aspect too, right? But at the end of the day, sometimes if you're 12 and on up, you have to have you have to have morals about yourself. You know what I mean? You have to have some type of dignity about yourself. You know what I mean? If you in a public place and you acting out in front of a whole bunch of people, and this guy is, you know what I mean? This guy is being good to you.
Oh, there's Alexis Berry. Oh, I knew she was. Hey, baby. How you doing, homegirl? Hey, baby. Yeah, that's right. You can't be a part-time step parent. You can't. You got to be a full-time step parent.
I ain't gonna lie. I was doing that. You know what I mean? I was doing that. It was a situation where, you know what I mean, I had Kate, the little one out the car. You know what I mean? Not being a good parent. That wasn't being a good parent. And sometimes, people go through stuff like that, because I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't have kids of my own.
What?
And I'm learning. It's a learning process with me.
We interrupt this program. Rectum is alert. Rectum alert. Rectum alert. If we go down, people, please stay with us. Rectum alert. Rectum alert. They seem to be messing with my cameras in my house. So if we go down, people, please stay with us. Stay tuned. But I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a warning, because Rectum seems to be messing around with the solar system again.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I agree. But it's facts. And that's what it is. Children that come from divorced parents, and thankfully, I don't come from a divorced home. My parents have been together for over 50 years, and that's the thing. I don't come from that. I don't know how a person or a child that comes from a home that's quote unquote broken deals with that. You know what I'm saying? I never had to deal with it, so I can't relate to that. My mother came from a divorced home. My kids come from a divorced home, so they can relate to it much better and know how to deal with certain situations. I can't.
But
and if it's not something that you can relate to or you never been through, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't understand it, you know?
Yeah, I understand that part, but this is the thing. Okay, say you come to a family.
Right.
And they have their own little problem, their own little issue.
Right.
But you still pushing to make the family, you know, one again. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Get better. So guess what? You have one individual in the family that, you know what I mean, is an outlaw, renegade.
Right.
You know what I mean? That just want to do it their way. What do you go about by, you know what I mean, getting through that person? You know what I mean? Because sitting down talking to her is not working. You know what I mean? So what is it that, as a stepfather, what is it that what kind of approach that he have to take to actually have her to understand what we are trying to say and what we're trying to get to?
Well, first, you know what? There's another thing too. Trust has to be developed between you and your stepchild. I mean, even nowadays, trust has to be, you know, kids in general don't really have a whole lot of trusted relationships with their real parents. But I feel that trust definitely has to be established in the early onsets of a new relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, you know, when you come in, that individual, that child may not, you know, may think that you may be on your way out. You know what I'm saying? So they already have it in their mind that when you come in, you might be on your way out. You got one foot in, one foot out. So you have to be around long enough to have that trust factor established. You know what I'm saying? And if that trust factor is not established and you seem to be kind of sketchy as far as you have one foot in and you have one foot out, then that person or that child may not have any respect or want to establish that relationship with you. You know what I'm saying?
Though, ain't
That's
no
what it
such
is.
thing as halfway crooks.
Ain't no half thing. Is there a song like that?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead and sing it, man. We ain't gonna get flagged. Don't worry. Go ahead and put it out there, man.
I don't even know the song like that. I know it was by the Mob Deep, though.
Oh, shoot. That's
Deep.
right. And Rules and Punishment. That's right. But
see, this is the thing, though. I'm not saying that I am perfect. By all means, don't get it twisted. I am not perfect. I am not Jesus Christ walking this earth. You know what I mean? So I am not perfect. All I'm telling you is I have my flaws. Okay, I know I can be an asshole and I know I can be a jerk sometimes. But at the end of the day, the love that I have for my family, you know what I mean, is no limit to it. I'm gonna be there for them if they need me. You know what I mean? If somebody harmed them, I'm gonna be there.
Right.
But, you know, sometimes I might get mad and be like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this shit right now. You know what I mean? Leave me the fuck alone.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, as long as you have that comeback where you gonna show back the hell up after you leave and you just disappear for a day or two, then you good. You know what I'm saying? But if you into vanishing and, you know, you leave 2, 3, 4, 5 days at a time and then you show up, that's gonna put a lot of distrust in, you know, that person's or that child's head. Even this. Let me tell you right now. When parents break up, this affects you. It's a lifelong effect, man. It's not like, okay, for 5 years and gonna be. This is a lifelong effect because you automatically have it registered in your brain. My parents broke up. You know, now potentially I might be, you know, in a blended family if my one of my parents decide to get, you know, with somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people wait, you know, until their kids get older and they're out of the house and then they divorce, and then they don't have to experience that. So, you know. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, whichever way you do it, but there's always going to be effects, you know, and the majority of people nowadays, they're, you know, marriages and relationships are a dime a dozen, you know what I'm saying? People are breaking up. Kids ain't even born yet. Baby ain't even out the doggone mother's stomach. And I'm out of here. I had enough, you know, and dude ain't experienced how, you know, having a child around to even give him any kind of stress to be out of there, you know, so. You know, situations are like, you know, you got young children that they can't even doggone walk, and the father's out the door, the mother's out the door, because they got women that also abandon the family as well. I know 3 guys that the mother left, and they don't even know where the mother's at. So, you know, it's not just a man thing, and, you know, and as far as, you know, when you're dealing with blended families that leaves and causes the family to you know, have these different adjustments. Yeah,
majority cases are men.
Yeah, and the majority of the cases are men, you know, because I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, I don't know why, but I can't imagine just leaving, you know, and also too, you know, people will leave for different reasons, and then they get, you know, in a relationship with other people for different reasons. So
yeah,
there's a lot of factors that are that are contributors to, causing a blended family to occur. So
yeah, Alexis, I know I'm a big a-hole. I know.
Yeah, and it's still mentally abusive leaving. Yeah, it is, and that like I said, that's something that I can't relate to you on, because I haven't had it happen to me. And even if my parents were to separate at this point in time, I'm old enough in my life and I'm established enough in my life to know that, hey, I got access to both parents. So in all actuality, it doesn't really, to me, it's not gonna matter, because I have access to both parents. I can fly to wherever everyone goes and so forth. When you're a kid, you can't do that. Yeah, it's very difficult, man.
Yeah, it definitely is, and especially if you have a better bond with the other parent. You know what I mean? It's like you live with your mom, but you have a better relationship with your father. You know what I mean? That can absolutely hurt a kid like that too.
I have to tell you, my kids may see this video, but I think it's really, you have to be at a certain, when you have a blended family, okay, and like I said, it's big. There's big problems when you have a blended family, but there has to be a lot of things that have to take place in order to make the blended family a success. Because a blended family can also be a disaster and turn out to be, worse, you know what I'm saying? And turn into like just the worst situation ever thought of, you know what I'm saying? But what's that?
What is this?
Oh, that's that's a bracelet, a little bead bracelet.
From the army?
Yeah, man.
I knew it had to be some military stuff right there.
The little raccoon testicles I got picked up while I was on patrol, man. They was messing me up. Nah, I don't know. I was just playing with y'all, just joking. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, Mills, have you ever had any other friends that or family members that are divorced, father and mother divorced, and then now they're a blended family? What are some of the things frustrations that you think you've come across with them being divorced and not together? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know what I mean? And like I said, I cannot lie to y'all. And I'm gonna use myself for an example. You know what I mean? My mom and my dad, well, my stepdad, because I call him my dad, because he always been there for me ever since I was young. So to this day, everybody think that's my real dad, but that is my stepdad.
Okay.
And they've been together for almost 30 years. So I'm 37. So that let you know.
Look at this right here. You know what? It's so funny. But I hey, parenting class. But listen. You always gotta look at it. You always gotta look at it if the shoe was on the other foot. All right. You always gotta look at it on the shoes if the shoe is on the other foot, because in a sense, when you have, I can say that, but when you have, like right now, or my wife, it's her kids that I'm around 100% of the time because of certain situations that occurred on that end. So the children are with me, not their father. So there's a lot of things that, as far as parenting and patience, it's very difficult. Now, if you reverse the roles and you kind of try to put yourself in that situation and say, hey, what if their tables are turned around and I had to be involved and have to deal with different situations with these kids that are not biologically mine? Then, patience or no patience, you're going to see how it's very frustrating. I mean, it's frustrating alone just having your own kids, your biological, if we're keeping it, on the blended family thing, that you have to deal with on a regular. But it's also, there's also an added additional frustration when you have to actually be involved or have to take on someone else's children, Yeah. And it doesn't mean that you don't love them or you can't stand them, but it's just it's a different thing. I can't explain it. It's just something that is just different. I can't even give it words. But eventually as time goes on, you'll learn to see certain things that you can do as a step parent to make the situation better, and patience. You have to choose your battles and so forth. So there's a lot of different things that you can do.
My stepdad used to whoop my ass.
Oh, really?
My mom, she
said, "Go ahead, whoop his ass."
My mom, she won't whoop me because she loves me so much, right?
But your stepdad leaned in, but he got permission to lean into that behind, though, right?
Man, listen, man. Back then, it was none of that. I'm gonna call the police. There ain't none of that shit. No,
right,
man.
right.
I'm talking about he used to get that little leather belt and go to work on a nigga.
But hey, hold on. So Jeannie said she would definitely have patience. You can't say that, Jeannie, because you're not in that environment where you have to deal with somebody else's kids.
Exactly.
So to say you would have patience, you can't put that out there and say you would. It's different. It is different. It is a different.
Oh, you're gonna be put to the test You're gonna be put to the test next month.
The
Your nephew's coming down.
Okay, but that's how long is he staying?
He's staying a month.
Okay,
he's staying.
But that's different. I mean, he's just the thing is, you can only have it in your mindset. Okay, he's only gonna be here for a month, and once that month is up,
listen,
then
you can have that in your.
But it's different. It's different. It's different because you can program your mind and say, you know what, he's gonna be here for a month. When he leaves, it's gonna go back to normal.
What? He might do something. That's what you're gonna tell yourself after you done got mad. Like, oh, he's only here for a month.
She said, well, hold on. She said, I have patience with my children and my stepdaddy. Wait, I have patience with my children and my stepdaddy.
Who's your stepdaddy?
Who your stepdaddy?
You lost us with that one.
You got me, Jeannie.
So you telling me Mike and Knight is not your dad?
Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. I have patience with my children and stepdaddy. You have to do it. Wait. I'm confused, man.
I'm definitely confused. I ain't even got my glasses on. I'm still confused. Like I see.
Yo, you gotta. Hey, Gina, you gotta give us a little bit more, like an example, because what you put in the chat kind of got us over here blinking.
With them, with
their stepdaddy.
Me.
I have patience with my children and their stepdaddy. Oh, okay. She talking about. Okay, I see what she's saying.
But what the hell is she saying right there?
That's what she's saying.
You have to with them, wish, trust,
wise.
Me. What?
I don't know, but I see what she's saying with she's talking about stepdaddy.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Well, you just lost me right now, baby.
You had us a little confused for a second. We thought your daddy was your stepdaddy. That's what we was thinking. And we're like scratching our head over here. But yeah, anyway, like I said, there's a lot of different things. And like I said, we kind of, I know we went off on a huge tangent as far as 4 biggest problems that blended families face. Another problem that blended families face is within blended families, a lot of the times each individual can have their own thought process, and a lot of times the person that's there can feel like it's 2 separate families. So what's
that, number 2?
What's that? That's number 2. Yep. So I'll give you an example. I thought last night, this was weird. This is the craziest thing. I came home, had baseball practice with my son and everything. Came back home and was, and I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old with my wife. She has an 18-year-old and a 14-year-old that are from another marriage. And I took the 2 boys upstairs, got them dressed, got them a shower, and then we laid in the bed. And then her kid, her 2 was downstairs with her. So I was like, man, it felt like 2 separate families up in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't intentional, but it just felt like we were just 2 set. I mean, I was just thinking in my mind, I was like, wow, I got the kids here, and I'm a, so it was just really weird. But yeah, it could feel like, there's 2 separate families at time, and it's not something that you're going to be able to forge an overnight, bond with everybody, but it's just going to take time. So blended families, it takes time. You know what I'm saying?
I had felt like that once upon a time, like early in the relationship. Mm-hmm. They used to go to the oldest room, go to the oldest room, and they sit down and talk. They never say, hey, Miliani, do you want to come and sit down and talk to us? So I was like, damn, I feel like an outcast.
It's so funny when you go online and you read about these things, because it's so funny. These people that are sitting here talking about the troubles that blended families have, when you look at their doggone resume, half these jokers, these psychologists, don't even have any kids, never been married. How the hell are you gonna tell me problems or things that blended families have to face?
They have families that sit in the
It don't matter. You have to listen. If you ain't been on that doggone bull's back, you can't tell me how to ride a bull. If you ain't been on that bull's back, you can't tell me, well, you got to put your feet here and you can't tell me, because that bull's going all over the place. You got to be on the bull's back in order to relay that information to me to tell me something.
They're not going to tell you how to ride the bull. They're going to tell you what to expect when you ride the bull.
You getting a call or something?
Oh, yeah.
You might want to put that up to the mic.
Yo. Hello. Hello.
You live.
What's up? Hello.
Prank caller.
Prank caller, man.
We had a prank caller.
Who the hell that was?
Who? Yeah, man. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta really, there's a lot going on in this world. So, we are, as people, and Stacey, what she say? Me and my kid's father raised our 3 with him in a relationship as well as me in one. They are so respectful. You know, like I said, it depends on the situation. It also depends on
what she said.
What's that? That was Stacy. She said that me and my kid's father raised our 3 children, 3 with him in a relationship as well as me in one, and they are so respectful. So like I said, it depends on how the breakup occurred initially with the first family, like with all the kids belonging to mother and father. And if the breakup was chaotic and you know, there was a lot of animosity and people were angry and upset and there was really no sit down and people just broke apart and everybody's all confused of what happened, why did it happen, then the transition is not going to be as smooth. But if the 2 kids or children are in that situation and they see that the parents are just not meant to be and they're good friends, but as far as living together and being married is just not something that can continue, then the transition could be a lot smoother. You know what I'm saying?
You know what the best thing is, though?
What's up?
The best thing that when you get in a relationship with somebody that have kids, you know what I mean? The best time to get in that relationship with them is when their kids are either 2 or 3.
Exactly.
Or 18 or 19. You know?
Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, you can't really put a number on there, but you know,
yeah, you can.
People
I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with it. What you mean?
Okay.
I got the youngest one right now. She's the rebel of the family.
Oh, she's the rebel.
Yeah, she's the rebel of the family. Like
you know, it's crazy. You know, it really is. And like I said, those are some of the things. You know, a few things. You know, for blended families. Like I said, it's just. There's a lot of dynamics that are involved, and you just gotta be ready. You gotta have patience. That's one thing, Jeannie. You're right. You have that patience going into a relationship in general, even whether there's kids involved or not. And that's the thing that people don't have now is the patience factor.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say for number 3, patience.
Right.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Patience is very, very.
That's
That's another thing that families face, blended families face, because the patience isn't there. You know, you may come in and from a militant family, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
and you left, right, and all over the place, and then as soon as you come up in there, people are like, what? Huh? What did you say? I can't hear you, man. Get out of here, man. F you. You know. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that are going on. I'm
definitely going with number 3, being patient.
Right.
Number 3 should have been like, you know, either 2 or 1.
Right.
But, you know, patience is another key factor in a relationship when you're dealing with family blending. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you get into a relationship, you know, true enough, you love the woman that you with, but sometimes you have to have patience with the kid that she has. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. She must have patience with the kids you bring in.
And that's the thing. You know, blended families have a tendency, if there's like, we're a blended family, it's a lot of kids in our you know, my family. And the biggest
is 12?
Yeah, about 14 or 15. Add some more. I better take that back. My wife will be like 15. Where's the other ones at? Hey,
you got a baseball team.
You got a baseball team. But you know, in a sense, everyone needs attention. You know, and you know, whether it be the 18-year-old son down to the 3-year-old girl. You know, everybody needs attention. You have to be able to organize it and distribute it in an evenly fashion, you know. And then also too, there's a money factor that comes in. You know, Christmas is the hardest though. You know, Christmas is the hardest, especially with a blended family, because it's like they wait and they're like, I'm gonna see if this mug got my other step brother a bigger toy than me. Oh, if he got that PS4 and I got a doggone Sega Genesis, oh, it's gonna be a problem. You know, so that's another thing. You know, is those are some of the things that stand out, and you have to be able to balance those out. You know what I'm saying?
I was finna do a prank. I was gonna do a prank for Christmas, right? But I ain't gonna say what the prank is.
He just walked up in the air.
I ain't gonna say
y'all talking about blended families.
I ain't gonna tell what the prank is because the kids are gonna expect it. So I'm gonna get their ass with a prank for Christmas.
Oh, you gonna get them with a prank?
Yeah. See, that's what I like doing, man. When in my relationship, you know, we like to, you know, have fun, joke around, you know, just be ourselves. Ain't no, try to be, you know, bougie or uptight or, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just trying to enjoy life, laugh, have fun, and just live it till I die.
Yeah, you know, and that's how it should be. That's how we all should, you know, be living our life. We should be looking at ways that we can improve, looking at ways that we can improve our how we carry ourselves. And also, it's just an overall learning process, and we're not perfect. And whatever you learn, you should be passing it down to the next person in line. Your children might have to go through being divorced or have to, go into a blended family. At least at that moment, you can kind of sit down and be like, hey, this is how I handled it. You can give them a little bit of wisdom on that, So it's definitely crazy.
Jenny said you also have to look at the situation of a single mom raising her children alone for 7 years.
Exactly. And that's,
I agree with you.
And my wife, that's what she went through. She had to, be there for a multitude of years, a number of years, and it was very stressful. It was very hard, and she was alone. She felt very, very alone. And, the help factor when you're in that kind of environment and you have your kids to raise is sometimes it's non-existent. Some of these women out there doing it by themselves, and some of these men are out there doing it by themselves with no help.
And sometimes when you bring that other person in your life to be in your family, you also have to let them set some rules and some boundaries up, because as you've been raising your kids by yourself, sometimes your kids know what to do to make you give in, and when you punish them, they'll try to get up out that punishment. Sometimes you got to have one of the parents to be the tough one and be like, you know what, no, not today. Try it again tomorrow. You have to stick to what you say, because if they see that you're lenient and that if I do this and I come back and say sorry, they're gonna let me do what I want to do anyways, or they're gonna give me my privileges back. No, you're gonna have to learn. You know what I mean? And that's how, by building, that's what makes your kids start to understand you as a parent and know that, hey, these motherfuckers here are serious.
Exactly.
And they're gonna start tightening up, because they know they're gonna take some. They know that you're gonna take something from them that means a lot to them. You know what I mean? Phones, games, computers, whatever it is. Sometimes you gotta keep your foot down.
I don't need to take nothing. I just got a little app on my phone. I shut their app, and they done for the rest of the night.
But I'm taking the whole shebang, because I don't even want you on the phone talking. You know what I mean? I don't want you to get a good privilege of talking on the phone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
that's what's up, man. But for all those people that are joining, we have a few people that are popping in and out, man. If you popping in for the first time, you ain't ever heard of Birdstock TV, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing around, stop popping in, looking, and then popping back out. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give a like to this video, man. Like. So if y'all in this chat, man, y'all be, you know what we got for our reoccurring chat members and our fan base, man, y'all gotta start giving us some of them chats, man, giving us them thumbs up, man, because y'all be playing with us. Y'all don't even go back and comment, man. Y'all can comment. Just because you talking to us in the chat don't mean you can give us a thumbs up and say, hey, it was a great episode. What's next? Give us some things that you guys want us to talk to. That's what I'm saying. Push this channel up, man, because we talking facts here, man. There's not a lot of people that are really out there talking facts and speaking facts. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really, if you want us to grow and you want us to have more people in the chat so we can have a bigger discussion, go ahead and share this video. Give it a thumbs up. Do all of the above, man. Stop playing.
I like that, Wes. I'm going to use that one, yo. He said, take the charger and watch the panic set as the phone dies. Yeah. We got one right here.
What's up? Done. Oh, that's my boy. Yo, I work with homie, man. What's up, Amori? What's going on, homie? Yeah, man. We over here, man. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, man. We bring you Birdstock TV, man. We just talking about
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
You gonna get us flagged again, man. You sounded too much like that guy, man. But yo, man, we over here chilling, man. We just talking about random stuff, man. Today we talking about blended families and the difficulties they face. You know what I'm saying? So I come from a blended family. My boy Mills here comes from a blended family.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? My parents weren't divorced or anything, but I still have children in another relationship, whatever, and then I'm with my wife and all that. So y'all know the spiel. But yeah, man, thanks for joining us, Amori.
You know what it is.
You know what it is. You know what to do. He already know who I am and what I'm about anyway. We had a good deep discussion yesterday while we was working, so it's all good. But man, yo, live your dreams, man.
Oh, guess what happened today?
What's up? Kodak Black got arrested?
No. I ain't talking about
Smoking weed in the airport.
That's
Stupid in my 6'9" voice. I almost ripped my doggone microphone off this thing. But yeah, he idiot. Go ahead, man. I didn't mean to jump off topic.
That's after this topic right here.
Okay.
But needless to say, I was at work.
Were you racially
today.
profiled again?
No, I was at work today, right? I was at work today, and this lady came up to me and said, "Good God Almighty."
Uh-oh.
I said, "What happened, ma'am?" She said, "Son, did anybody tell you that you look like Denzel Washington?"
Get out of it. You know what?
I'm serious. Hey,
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of hearing this shit, man. You know, you need to put your phone on ready and start record. Because I ain't believing you over
that's
here,
what
man.
we start doing.
You need to have that joker on record, set, ready to record. Because you got me really effed up over here.
Listen,
I'm over here telling him I look like Denzel Washington. The first day I shaved my beard, I look like Denzel Washington. I even showed, not Denzel Washington. I look like L. Cool J. So that first time I shaved my beard, and I even did the smile, man. And I started singing the lyrics and everything, and you know he disagreed with me. But come on, man, where were you at? Where were you at? Were you on the other side of town? What?
No, I was in Lake Nona.
Lake Nona?
Yeah, I was in Lake Nona.
Come on, man.
I was in Lake Nona, and it was an older lady. I was at
older lady, as in what?
It's called Village Walk Lane.
Village Walk.
That's
Was she
where I
blind?
was at. No, of course she can see. She walked up to me. She can see. She was like, "Excuse me, young man."
She said where she lived exactly. She had cataracts and she had a limp.
I just told you.
And she
Lake
told me she was
Nona.
probably watching Training Day or something like that. I don't know.
She probably was. She probably was before she came out the house. And she
Yeah,
was like,
what's her name, sir? Siri. Oh, he said, what's her name, Siri? Yo, he got you. Yo, he said, what's her name, Siri? Hey, Siri, who do I look like? Program it. You look like Denzel Washington.
Nah.
Hello, Mills. You look like Denzel Washington today.
Let me see if it works. Let me see if it works.
Yo, it's so funny. My back started itching, man. I can't even reach it to scratch it. Oh, that was.
Hey, Siri, who do I look like?
Here's what I found.
I did not ask you all that. Who do I look like, Siri?
Checking my sources. Confirmed. My sources say you're looking mighty fine.
Oh, thank you, Siri.
Oh, hell
thank
no.
You, Siri. Thank you, Siri.
Hey, put Siri back on real quick. Look, put Siri back on. I'm gonna ask her a question, dog it. Hey Siri.
I'd really rather answer something.
Hey Siri, is Marlon fine? Hey Siri, is Marlon fine?
Interesting question. Millennial.
Yo, this shit is rigged, man. The system is rigged, man.
She said,
Yo. So y'all see, he got this thing programmed.
I ain't got a program.
He got a program, man.
I ain't got a program.
Yes, he does.
Come on,
Damn.
man. I ain't got a program, man.
Yo, Siri a line. Yo, I don't know, man. That's a hoax, man. This a hoax,
I'm
man.
dead serious. The lady came up to me and said, "Excuse me, young man, but did anybody tell you that you kind of look like Denzel Washington?" I just started smiling like, really?
I think she was on some other shit. She was on the other shit. You sure you didn't walk up to her and she had just got she went to the store and maybe bought a pack of cigarettes, or maybe they weren't cigarettes. She was smoking something.
I don't know what she was smoking. I don't know what she was doing.
Yeah.
All I know is she gave me a good compliment. He said, shaking my head.
Oh gosh, man, y'all trip. Yeah, he
Google
tripping.
like that. He talking about how can I train Google like that? I don't know. I don't know. I can't give you that answer. Cause I didn't do it.
Yo, man, he cool, man. He cool cat, man, for real, man. Hey, bring your fans up in here, Maury, man. Yo, tell them all, hey, yo, come up in here. We chill. We have a good time. But like I said, man, we talk about topic, but we kind of go off tangent from a time. So we like to engage with our chat, our fan base in the chat and stuff. We don't like to stay on one. If y'all ain't feeling it, y'all want us to say something or say something about something else, then we'll say it. But we covered the 4 biggest problems. So I want to hit something real quick, man. Did any of y'all know that Kodak Black just got arrested?
Kodak Black.
Dummy. You big dummy.
That's my dog. I fuck
Listen,
with Kodak Black.
He a dummy though, man. How you gonna go to the airport? And this is in the thing. You can read it, man. He went to the airport smelling like you know what, like
Canada.
ganja,
He was
like
in,
weed.
He was in Canada airport.
Yeah, you don't go across. I mean, come on, man. You going to another country, yo, and you smelling like weed. And then you got guns. What are you doing, man? You going to Canada? Why you got guns in your car, man? You ain't gonna even be there when they, you know what I'm saying?
Because he know at any given time shit gonna hit the fan.
It don't matter though. Come on, bro.
Kodak in the street, man.
Listen, he in the street, but look, he got bodyguards. That's what bodyguards are for, man. Come on, man.
Man, Kodak Black said he doing it by himself.
Man, get out of here, man, with that, man. That's nonsense. You can't even carry the gun to the other country, man. Come on, dude. What, you gonna get off the plane? You gonna get a rental car and there's gonna be a gun in there too? Come on, bro. You can't even carry a gun in Canada.
I think he got
like
arrested
that.
when he was leaving, when he was trying to leave Canada. I think that's when he got arrested.
How did he get arrested when he was leaving? How do you get guns like that in Canada?
If it's
I gotta check the story, man.
I'm telling
I don't know, man. This is
I'm telling
sketchy,
you, his bond
man.
right now, I think his bond is like 20,000 to bond out or something like that. It ain't even a real big ass charge like that.
Yeah, didn't anybody explain probation to him or whatever, man? Come on, man. Y'all gotta tighten up, man. You can't be walking around here with all that money acting the way you act. You got all kind of people looking at you, bro.
Y'all must forget who y'all talking about. This is Kodak Black.
It don't matter if it's Kodak Black.
He do what he want to do.
He do it. He gonna find himself clenched up in doggone. He gonna be on solitary confinement for a good 3-4 years if you keep on up.
But guess what?
Come on, man. Tighten up, Kodak, man. You a doggone role model to a lot of these kids, man. You around here doing stupidness, man. Come on, bro.
That's what he doing.
It's all good though. I still like to listen to some of his songs, but come on, man. Tighten up.
I fuck with Kodak, man.
I know.
fuck with Kodak Black. Oh,
man.
Shout out goes to my boy Kodak Black, man. Free Kodak Black.
Nah, don't free Kodak Black. Keep his ass in jail.
Free
He done
Kodak
dumb
Black,
stuff, man. He an idiot.
Man,
He gonna go in. He gonna go in, and then 6ix9ine
gonna
gonna come right out and go in right back in. So
listen, you can't do that, man, like that, man. Free Kodak Black,
how
man.
am gonna do him like that, man? He done did some stupid. And then number one, he brought all the doggone, I can't even find the word. He brought all the damn attention to himself by talking about Nipsey Hussle and all that. So now you already in the light, and then you can go do something stupid to even further your problems, man. Come on, man. Tighten up.
Man, free my dog Kodak Black, man. 561, man. 561, man. Palm Beach, where you at?
305?
No, 561.
Did you see his release today? Oh, he was released today? Okay. Well, damn.
No, I didn't get to see that.
What'd he do?
I didn't get to see that.
It was like $40,000 bail or something. Like he was on bail. He bonded out like 40. That's like $4,000 he had to pay. Come on, dude.
He could have paid the whole 40,000.
I mean, it don't matter, man. But man, come on, man. We got to start doing better, man. We can't be sitting out here being reckless like this, man.
But see, he's still at that mindset.
Because that's how the suits come after you.
But his mind is still in the street, so he gonna do that. That thug shit out there.
Thug life.
You know what I mean? That's what he on,
man. Do your thing, man. If you want to be a thug, if you want to be thugalicious, be thugalicious.
Fan of money. Look at that. My
Fan
dog.
money.
Kodak Black. Free Kodak Black.
He's stupid.
Free my dog.
Wait. So
Black.
he covered his face with a fan of money. Man, come on, man. Why you flossing like that, man? Get some bitcoins and do that. I want to see you do some bitcoins. Cover your face with some bitcoins. I know he's rich, man. He may. I mean, it may be, like I said, it may be just an act. It may just be an act, but I don't know, man. This is crazy, man. But yeah, man, free Kodak Black, whatever. Don't be some of them dollars that you got fanning your face with.
Hey, but for real though, I know everybody bashing Kodak Black right now, but me and a couple other people, man, know what I mean? I feel you, Kodak Black. You don't deal with dude, man. You don't deal with dude, man. I'm just like you. If I don't deal with somebody, guess what? I'm gonna tell them in their face, hey, I don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? Point blank period. So if you don't like it, you ain't gotta deal with me either. You know what I mean? And you're not gonna make me respect you if I don't like you. So,
yeah. But don't you want to give, the person the benefit of the doubt when you first meet him? Like, hey, you give them the benefit of the doubt. But you always have them instances where you meet somebody, you just don't feel right around them. Like it's just something about them that just kind of turns your stomach upside down and right side up.
But I always try to give somebody a benefit of the doubt until know I feel like salsa. Don't fuck me, Tony.
Where the hell did that come from? I never heard that before.
Oh, you ain't never seen Scarface?
Oh, I seen Scarface. Okay, yeah, that came from Scarface.
When Salsa told Tony that one time, he said, listen, I like you, Tony, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Don't fuck me, Tony. Don't you?
Yo, I'm watching Scarface tonight, man. That was a good movie, though, man.
Hey,
That's what's up.
Man, it was a good movie. That's like one of my favorite movies. That and Paid in Full.
Oh yeah, Paid in Full was good too. Yeah, Paid
That's
in Full was
14
good.
bricks right there.
14 who?
That's 14 bricks right there.
Yeah.
Ain't that bad?
Yeah.
You
Oh
remember
yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I was like, what? Who?
Cameron was like, at 14 bricks and that bad right
14
there.
bricks. Yo, man, that's crazy, man. But yeah, man. But like I said, getting back to the blended family. See how we went off on a huge tangent? We came right back around, right side up. But yeah, man, blended families are they're still good thing. I mean, it's not a bad thing. Just because you have a blended family don't mean it could be good. I mean, bad. It's not all bad. There are good things that come out of that. So, just keep it real, keep it 100, and try your best to be original. And if you have issues, express yourself, man. Express yourself.
Express yourself.
We ain't getting flagged tonight. Yeah, we can say it. Express yourself.
Express yourself.
I think we should keep our day jobs.
I know.
Get fired.
I know I can't sing.
You guys are garbage. You sound like garbage. What she said?
Really?
Really? Yeah, man. We chilling, man. We having a good time, man. What you gonna say, Mills? What you gonna say?
No, I was gonna, leave them with.
Oh yeah. Okay, we got
food for thought.
Food for thought.
Food for thought. That's what I'm gonna call it. Food for thought. You know what I mean?
We should have something like on, like there's another Breakfast Club. They have a Donkey of the Day. You know how Donkey of the Day had that stupid things that celebrities do. We're gonna come up with our own, y'all. We're gonna come up with our own so we can leave you guys with a little bit of information, because I know a lot of people don't get online and be following these stories, these silly ass stories with these celebrities and all the crazy stuff happening around the world. But yeah, we should have something. But
I don't think anybody gonna top Donkey of the Day though, man. Donkey of the Day is kind of real funny though. You know what I mean? When Charlamagne come in that bit and be like, Donkey of the Day, yeah.
Yeah, he crazy too. He another fool out there, man. But
hey, but he be roasting a lot.
He be getting him. He be getting. He be really digging. He be digging when he be doing them interviews. He be digging. It's like he putting a rusty ass knife in a wound. He be digging, waiting for that joker to get infected.
What? Hey, I'm talking about. Listen, Charlamagne, shout out goes to Charlamagne also.
Shout out to Charlamagne.
Charlamagne the God, aka the
He
devil.
got beat up one time. You didn't see when they chased him? They had cameras.
Yeah,
and he got punched in his jaw and he took off running. He got some feet on him.
See, that's what I'm saying about him. People be want to whoop his ass, but he's still gonna tell him how he feel.
Yeah,
I like that about him. You know what I mean?
Like Birdman when he came out, have some respect on my name.
He said,
he had Birdman up there about crying.
He said, "What's the problem, man? We ain't even say nothing." He's like, "Man, you gonna put some respect to my name? All three of y'all.
All three of y'all.
All three of y'all."
Sounds stupid. Stupid in my 6'9" voice. Stupid. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, but man, we really appreciate y'all stopping in tonight, man. We left an article with the 4 biggest problems blended families face. So if you want to kind of go down there and kind of read it and see, hey, maybe it might apply to you or not, it's a really interesting article. I looked it up, I read it, I read over it, but I wanted to have our own spin on it and go off of experiences that we experience. The article is good. I mean, you may get a lot out of it. It may help you currently in your life. So that's it, man. We really want to. We're really here trying to help y'all out and put out facts, man. We keep it 100. We keep it real. Real recognize real. That's our motto.
Real recognize real.
That's right.
Real. You remember that time when that thing kept overlapping for like 4 minutes? Real recognize real.
It's like
people was texting in like, yo,
what's going on with y'all, man? Y'all equipment is failing y'all, man. Fix it. I'm gonna unsubscribe if you don't fix it. God damn it.
That's when we just like first jumped off with the thing.
That's right, man.
And you hear the background, real recognize real.
It was like 4 minutes, right?
4 minutes.
Yo, we deleted that video, by the way. So if you're looking for it, you ain't gonna find it.
You ain't gonna find it. That video is long gone.
But man, again, man, if you tuning in for the first time, man, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, man. Give it a like. Go ahead and comment, because we need some comments in the comment section, man. Start filling it out, man, like it's a novel. And share this video out, man. That's another way that it can grow. Put it on your Instagram story, put it on your Facebook story, share it out, man. Because the more we get, we touch different platforms, the better off we're gonna be, and the more visibility we're gonna get.
And food for thought, y'all. Food for thought for the day is always have the good intention to do something good, even when you want to do something bad.
Right.
Y'all think about that. I ain't even gonna explain it to y'all. I know I just lost y'all, but think about what the hell I just said.
Wait, say that again? Cause I'm lost up here, and I'm sitting right next to your goofy ass. Man, that's a doggone shit.
Replay it.
What?
And listen, sometimes the things that don't make sense later on down the line when you replay
Okay,
it,
well, just replay.
it
Just
makes sense.
Just say it
You
one
see
more
what I'm
time.
saying?
I'm trying. Let me let it sizzle and simmer in my brain. Go
No,
ahead.
all
And
you
say
gotta
one
do is just rewind the thing and you gonna.
So
see
you're not gonna tell me you just sat here and said it. And I'm just trying to decipher it and understand it,
Listen.
and it's just all kind of jammed up in my head right now.
That's what I want. That's what I want. I want y'all to think about something. I got wise tonight, y'all. I got wise.
You said some retarded ass weirdo shit right here. Got me all scratching my head, man.
See,
I don't want to use the word
want.
retard. Sorry.
That's what I want. I want you to
Crazy
think about that.
talking.
I want you to think about that.
You sound like that reporter. Country ass. All right. Hey, Stacy. Good night. Good night, Jeannie. Good night, Amori.
Stacey,
Good night,
Jeannie.
everybody that joined us tonight,
Maury.
man. We gonna have a little series here about families. We want to kind of keep get in tune with you guys and see what you guys are dealing with out there.
I gotta say good night to my
Good
dog
night to
Wes.
Wes, man. Peace out. Everybody that came in, Heather, Isaac, the whole 9 yards. We love you guys. And go ahead and remember to, like I said, comment, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, you guys. This is Birds Talk TV, man. We out. You got anything to say to your people?
772, what it do? You know what I mean? 813-561. Kodak Black, free my dog.
Free my dog. All right,
and
man.
all my IE saying, suck our fat. Know what I mean? We gonna get this lodge on. Straight up.
All right, man. We out, you guys. One love.
Peace.
It's Birds Talk TV. Now rocking with the best. We give you the facts with no shade. Wise and Mills. Keeping it real all damn day,
Every day.
Hey.